Hello everyone and welcome to Shelby This Week. Top news stories, where to get your federal tax forms, larceny from a fire, and 2 arrested for a store robbery. All this plus much more, but first. The IRS made a big announcement recently that may affect your tax form pickup. Catherine Schmidt from the Shelby Library tells us more.
It's that time of year again, and people are looking for tax forms, and you're calling the library and stopping by wondering where they are, and we are wondering too. But we do have some good news and some not so good news. For Michigan forms, we are expecting them as usual. We hope to have them probably the first week of February, and we should get the full assortment of things that we normally get, the regular forms, the instructions. Those should be arriving at the beginning of the month. The federal forms are another story. The federal forms, they've had some severe budget cuts at the federal level, and the IRS is only able to send a couple forms to libraries. And this is true of libraries throughout the country, it's not just us. But we are only going to be receiving the 1040, the 1040A, and the 1040EZ, and just the forms. We will not receive any instructions, nor will we get any of the schedules or extra forms or additional things we used to get. All of those additional things are available on the IRS website at irs.gov, and you can view them online and print them from home, or you can come into the library and print them on the computers at the library. You can also go online and order forms through the website at irs.gov and have them mailed to your home. You can also call the IRS. I've heard from you in the past that that's not the most successful way to contact the IRS, and I've heard on the news that because of the budget cuts and because of the additional need for getting forms, that could be even harder this year. So probably your best bet is, if you need more than just those 3 forms, to try their website at the library or at your home. Michigan forms, like I said, they should come in as expected, but if you need additional forms, the michigan.gov website has all the forms on for Michigan taxes. So good luck this tax season, and let us know if you need help.
The Michigan forms are still available, but federal forms won't be. Go to irs.gov/forms to view and download. We couldn't believe our taste buds when we heard it. A longtime restaurant has shut their doors for good in Shelby. Ocean Breeze, located on Van Dyke, just north of 23 Mile, has been a staple in the community for over 25 years. Officially, they closed their doors on Saturday, January 17th. There's speculation that the owners have been locking horns with the landlord for quite some time. About a year ago, the restaurant stated they were closing, but didn't end up shutting down then. Obviously, bringing in money wasn't a problem. It was always busy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And when word got out that they were closing, people lined up and waited to eat one last time at Ocean Breeze. Now, the closed restaurant looks like it's getting an overhaul, bringing out sinks, winterizing pipes, etc. We can only wonder what will take over Ocean Breeze's place. Arrests were made from a holdup back in June. 2 Macomb County men, Mark Anthony Taylor, 20, from Clinton Township, and Michael Robert Rentz, 24, of Shelby Township, were charged with armed robbery in connection with a holdup that happened back on June 20th at a 7-Eleven store in Macomb Township. Allegedly, the 2 men entered the store, one with a gun, the other with a rifle, around 4 a.m. and made the store clerk fill a bag with money from the register. The 2 men were arraigned at 41A District Court. Taylor's bond was set at $20,000. He was posted and was released. Rentz is still behind bars with a $300,000 bond. They're scheduled back in court February 5th. Shelby police reported a grab-and-go larceny case recently. It happened on January 15th around 11 o'clock in the morning in connection with the Crystal Lake apartment complex fire back on January 6th. Police say property was taken from one of the apartments that was damaged from the fire that blazed through the complex near 23 and DeQuinder. No one was injured during the fire. Officials ruled that the blaze was arson and no leads on who robbed the apartment. Speaking of firefighters, they have a red-hot night planned for you. The Shelby Township firefighters will be hosting their 25th annual Red Hot Night Dinner Dance fundraiser. It's a special night this year, Valentine's Day, Saturday, February 14th at the Palazzo Grande. All proceeds go to the Great Lakes Burn Camp. The event starts at 6 p.m. and goes till midnight. They're still seeking donations, door prizes, and raffle items. Call the fire department for tickets at 586-731-3476. Up next, a board recognized, testing change-up, and a new hockey captain's been named. Stay tuned.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning. 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash? 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
The month of January is dedicated to recognizing boards of education across the state. The Utica Board of Education was recognized recently at their most recent board meeting. Students came out to thank them for all their service to the 28,000 students in Utica Community Schools. A group sang a song for the board as another group passed out handmade writing utensils made by the students.
On behalf of our entire community, our students, our staff, sincerely, we want to thank our Board of Education to their service, for their service to our community. They are not paid employees. They are truly public servants, and they are elected by the people to act in the best interest of all of our children. And it really is just an opportunity to say thanks, and we appreciate all that they do for our students.
The Board of Education votes on school budgets and personnel in the district. They also ask how they can get their students ready for post-secondary education, college, trade school, and beyond. They'll help lead students in the right direction. Students, what do you prefer, the SAT or ACT? Shelby TV News reporter Charlie Cadado hits the books for this next story.
The Michigan Department of Education announced it would change from an ACT to an SAT state in the spring of 2016 after awarding the SAT a 3-year, $17 million contract to be the official state-administered college entrance exam. Starting in 2016, school districts will be required by law to provide the SAT exam for free for Michigan juniors. But some students at Utica High School say they're taking the ACT anyway.
I've been practicing for it for a while, and I feel more prepared for the ACT than I do for the SAT. So I plan on taking it probably this year or next year.
But Utica Schools says the change will be easy and should not affect college entrance requirements.
You know, we really look at it in Utica Schools as the gateway, one of the gateways for our students to have access to post-secondary opportunities. So again, whether it's ACT or SAT, it's really about college readiness for our students.
I don't think it's really going to change because I feel like they accept both tests, but if I take the SAT, it still might be all right, even though I've been practicing for the ACT.
Some students say they plan to take extracurricular courses to prepare for the SAT.
I'm planning on taking a prep course next year over at Macomb and just hope for the best.
Utica Schools says they'll prepare students with practice exams and workbooks.
So I don't think it'll be a surprise for them. I think the questions are just having more understanding what their students are walking into for the test.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Charlie Cadado.
Lots of preparation goes into taking those tests. From time to time, we get the chance to give bragging rights to a local sports team going above and beyond. Andrew Shelsky explains what a local team did that changed the life of a student forever.
The Eisenhower Eagles hockey team has had a lot of success as of late. Being ranked 5th in the state and having a 16-2 record on the year are just some of their accomplishments. But they also are ranking high in character. Instead of picking a player as their captain, the students decided to elect Ethan Williams, a special needs student, as their captain.
Beginning of the year, he kind of hung out with the whole hockey team around the table, and ever since then we kind of took him in. You know, he had gym class with some of us, including me, and then kind of just took off with one of the hockey guys, and we kind of just brought him in. Personally, I mean, he's a great friend. I mean, he's always there, always positive, but I mean, like, as a team, you know, he's always part of our team. You know, he brings enthusiasm. I mean, he's always positive no matter what we do, you know. Down in a period, he's coming in the locker room cheering us up, getting us ready. So, I mean, he's always happy. He always likes to be a part of the team.
Eagles were taking on the St. Clair Shores Lakers. Eisenhower's LCCE program traveled to Suburban Ice Arena for a tour of the locker room and got to enjoy the game as well.
I was with Ethan the other day, and he put his arm around me, asked me what's going on. A couple times he's brought in stuff for us to enjoy at lunch, like last time he brought in cookies. He came to us kind of, and then we just kind of brought him in as one of the team members and talked to him and blended in ever since.
And even traveling around the state, Ethan was still going to see his Eisenhower Eagles.
A couple of the games he's been in the locker room where he actually, you know, after the coaches finished talking, the pregame, you know, pretty much what we were going to do on the ice, you know, let Ethan, he got the team up, kind of started firing them up, started, you know, cheering with them. And he comes to most of our home games. He actually drove up to Traverse City on Saturday this past weekend and watched the game when we played Marquette, which we were all surprised that he did. And so he came into the locker room in Traverse City with us. Just anytime he's at the rink and we have a game, he is welcome to be in our locker room with us, and he's part of the team.
Ethan, on the other hand, donned the feathers and the beak as he was honored to become Eisenhower's mascot.
Oh, well, first of all, he's a great kid. He always hangs with us at the table. We talk to him. That's how his day's going. He's like part of our team. He stands with us at lunch and all that. We always hang with him. Nice kid. Well, in between the periods, he comes in, talks to us, and he's always there for us, motivating us, staying positive.
Glad that we had the opportunity. I'm glad I had the opportunity to meet Ethan personally, and I'm glad that he's around. He, you know, he brings, not only, you know, do the players bring a smile to his face, but, you know, he brings a smile to our players just with his presence. You know, when he came up to Marquette, we're in the middle of the first period, and all the kids were like, "Hey, there's Ethan. Hey, there's Ethan." They're focused on Ethan being in the stands and not even the game. So I was a little disappointed about that, but, you know, I understood the fact that, you know, their friend traveled 4 hours to watch them play.
And what does Ethan think about being named captain?
I feel like happy about that. And I'll stay with my hockey friends at lunch, my first day of school.
And the Eisenhower Eagles would roll out to a 10-0 victory over the St. Clair Shores Lakers. For Shelby This Week, I'm Andrew Shelsky.
That's a really good thing that team did. To help celebrate February as Michigan Heart Month, Macomb's turning the creek red. Local community organizations are coming together at the mall at Partridge Creek, putting on a red-hot Macomb Turn the Creek Red event. The fundraiser will focus on the American Heart Association Go Red for Women initiative. This event will be on Thursday, February 12th from 6 till 9 p.m. It's $50, which includes a gift bag, appetizers, chocolate, wine, and jazz music. A strolling fashion show will complete the evening. Get your tickets now by calling the number below. Historical downtown Utica has frozen occasion for all to enjoy. Nick Buckler reports more on this chilly event.
The Utica Ice Festival is right around the corner. That means fun for all ages, right in our backyard.
Feels great. It's very exciting because as the festival goes every year, it gets bigger and better, and this year is going to be the biggest and best yet with new events like the ice skating rink and the skating demonstrations.
February 13th, 14th, and 15th, Historical Downtown Utica is presenting the Winter Ice Carvings and Fireworks Spectacular.
Things are just fantastic. The city of Utica loves to put this on. We have probably one of the best DDA associations that helps us with this, but it's not just the DDA, it's a Parks and Rec effort. It's an employee effort from everybody here in the city. Everybody's got to do their job or we don't pull this off.
This family-friendly event is fun for all ages.
You have from the little ones to the adults, even some of our seniors like to do the fish toss, which is a very unique to Utica event and my favorite thing in the whole wide world. And also we are going to have the fireworks, which are the best probably around in the state of Michigan.
Before you enjoy the fireworks show, there are many activities for all to enjoy.
Fish toss, we have ice skating, we're going to have exhibitions by the Onyx, ice dancing. We're going to have, which is new this year, and open skate. So we really encourage people to come out, and when the exhibitions are done, bring their kids and families down, bring their ice skates, and have the opportunity to get out on our beautiful ice rink.
Take notice on Friday evening if you are coming down. There will be some streets closed in the downtown area.
Yeah, the streets will be closed, Friday night from 5 until approximately 8 o'clock between Brunel and the bridge right here, which is just to the east side of Utica Road here and on Auburn. And that'll be close to the public, so it'll be a great time for everybody to come down. We'll have a DJ down here, we'll have ice demonstrations going on, so come down early and enjoy it with us.
It's sure to be a great time. For Shelby This Week, I'm Nick Buckler.
Applebee's is another sponsor for the Utica Ice Fest. Looks like it'll be a fun outdoor event. There's a gas pump overhaul going on at the Nightingale gas station at 23 and Van Dyke on the southwest corner. The old gas pumps are being upgraded to new ones. As you've probably seen, removing old gas pumps can be quite a big operation, pulling out old gas pumps, attaching new ones to gas lines, but it's all part of the bigger picture. The new gas pumps will be the most up-to-date, that take credit cards and have easy functions for all. Construction should be done in the next week. We have a road construction update for you. 24-mile road between Mound and Van Dyke is still closed both ways for widening, and residents that live off of Frick Street and Shelby Village will be allowed to enter and exit off 24-mile road. Residents that live off of Southdown, Flower Rimac, Aurora Drive, and Ruan, as well as the connector streets off of Ruan, will be allowed to enter and exit off 24-mile road. And Hayes Road from 21 to 23 mile is under construction. The 22-mile intersection is still being worked on to widen those roads. In health news, dairy decent or sugar fail? We have the scoop on yogurt. Yogurt has the ability to help flatten your belly, but watch out for yogurts with more than 25 grams of sugar. Researchers say that 6 ounces of yogurt is the best. If you like Greek yogurt, it contains double the amount of protein but less calcium. More benefits to yogurt. There's a healthy bacteria in yogurt that's linked to building up your immune systems. Coming up, a comedian on stage in Shelby for a good cause. Stay tuned.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
What's the best medicine? Laughter. Veronica Meadows reports on this next story.
Shelby Township members gathered together last weekend for this.
I have my actual birth date, which is November 29th, same as hers. and my cancer birth date, which is April 2nd, 2012.
And this.
I had no idea that I was fat until a few months ago. I had no clue until I started snoring while I was eating a sandwich.
local Relay for Life team hosted a night full of comedy and food at Shelby Gardens. Participants bought tickets in advance for what would turn out to be a sold-out show.
All these people are here for the same reason I am. I mean, they could be doing anything they want on a Saturday, and they chose to come here. So it's awesome.
Residents relaxed and laughed together as comedians entertained them. The full lineup included a band and 3 comedians from around the state. The comedians also gave residents a chance to kick back and relax while leaving them with some life advice.
And they like to use that saying, you should never judge a book by its cover. Have you guys heard that before? No. Yeah. Like a quarter of you.
All the proceeds went to the American Cancer Society. Everyone in charge of the event, like cancer survivor Anne, thanked members of Shelby Township for their support.
The whole community, I mean, it's friends and family and co-workers and strangers here that I don't even know that all came here, and just a huge turnout.
A reminder that shows how a small gesture can make a big impact. For Shelby This Week, I'm Veronica Meadows.
It looks like Shelby residents had a great time. And that's Shelby This Week. You can watch us online all the time at shelbytv.org. And remember to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/ShelbyTWPTV.